what folks like you have to say to learn. So I always try to end these kind of interviews this way. Scott, if there was you would only be able to give me one piece of advice. I come to you and say, you're a sales pro. What's the most important piece of advice you can give to me to help me grow my business? What would that piece of advice be?
Listen. One single word, listen. Times have changed a lot when it comes to sales and what we do in business. People are scrutinizing things a lot more than they ever did before. It's not just about getting on the phone and selling stuff or walking in front of someone and just trying to sell them, shove something down their throats. It's not what this is about. Those people who can listen, who can understand, who can hear what the customer needs and what the customer's problems are, and then make sure that they can fit that, and if they can't, walk away. They're the people that get respect and will do well. So that's my one piece of advice.
And that is a great piece of advice. We're going to just open up for a couple minutes, take any questions from the chat room. One question, and this is probably you're asking us all the time, but someone in the chat room wants to know, Scott, what does GFI stand for?
I really hate that question.
Go ahead.
Okay. GFI, let me tell you, back in history, okay, so GFI was founded by two gentlemen by the name of Nick Galea and Roberto Franceschini. So the GF was Galea Franceschini and the I was interactive. Right? But that was a long time ago. The company itself has morphed, the ownership has changed. Nick Galea and Roberto Franceschini are no longer with the company, haven't been for quite some time, but the name has always remained the same. So I guess you could liken it to things like BEA and IBM and that sort of stuff.
Okay. Any questions you might have for Scott while we've got him with us, just feel free to put them in the chat room. If you're watching on Justin TV, make sure that you go to the shows.tv/FrugalTech. That's the chat room that we monitor. We have a great friend of the show. He's a fellow Aussie, Mr. Chris Ace. He's in there, and he's got a kind of wicked sense of humor. He's actually quite bright. He's an IT professional in Australia. Seems to be hung up about Solaris quite a bit. Chris, we don't use Solaris here, okay? GFI has nothing for Solaris, really, other than maybe Events Manager and Landguard.
Well, actually, I was going to say, yeah. I mean,
but not.
Let me add it.
But Scott would be willing to give it a try.
No, I mean we do. I mean, with Events Manager, we can collect all the syslogs. So we do syslog SNMP traps. We do W3C logs. We do all the Windows logs. Bring them back into a centralized database and do the reporting and alerting on them. So yeah, we do a little bit, but we don't install on Solaris.
Next question for you, Scott. What do you think of the Microsoft LNK security flaw?
Do I have to say this publicly?
No, I mean, it's your option whether to answer the question or not.
Well, I was going to say I'd probably prefer not to.
Okay.
We are a Microsoft partner.
Okay. We're going to just move on.org on that one. Well, the thing is that Microsoft, being a market leader in operating systems, server operating systems, 90% of the world's computers run Windows in one form or another, especially in the business environment. Because there's such a huge moving target, there's going to be flaws. There's going to be security issues. The question is, who's working on, are they working on fixing them and that kind of thing?
It's response time that's important when it comes to that. And I mean, I read a report recently that Apple had overtaken with the most number of vulnerabilities.
Not Apple. Mm-hmm. Don't pretend you don't see that logo right there.
But no, seriously, Apple, Oracle, and then Microsoft.
Okay, fair enough. As long as the patches and all that are being taken care of on a timely basis. Gosh,
that's what you need Landguard for.
What is this? Chris is asking, does GFI hire? Yeah, he's probably setting me up, Scott. Never mind. I'm just going to pass on that. You've been a real sport tonight, Scott. I'm going to let you end this up, and you can have the last word. Anything you'd like the viewers of the show to talk about?
No, I mean, all I would say is that if you're unfamiliar with GFI, you need to try GFI, and I hope tonight that we've actually talked about why GFI. I want to thank you as well.
Very good, very good. We want to thank you, Scott, for coming on the show and being a friend of FrugalTech-Live. You've been a big, big part of our success on the internet, and we continue to look forward to working with you in our relationship. And if you're an IT pro or consultant, or you have a small business, check out GFI's software. I think you're going to be very, very happy with the quality of the products, very affordable prices. Who knows? You might get to talk to this Aussie guy once in a while. You never know. It's crazy.
Hey, give me a call and say good day.
Okay, thank you very much, Scott. And with that, we want to remind everybody we will not be broadcasting Sunday. We're going to take a Sunday off from the show, but we'll be back again next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We want to thank everybody for coming by. So good night, everybody. God bless you all. Remember, it's in your shop, not making you money or saving you money. Get it out of there. We'll see you next week. Take care, everybody.